Hey, welcome back, everybody. I know that it is getting later in the day and people are probably getting hungry. So just remember, you're not on camera other than our presenters. You can always grab a sandwich and you can, if you've been watching with us all day, you don't need to hear what I have to say. You're not going to want to miss this next segment, which is experiential. So I recommend that, that you have a sip of water handy and get comfortable because if for those who are just tuning in, you're watching the continuing broadcast of the 2021 Practical Magic Celebration, brought to you by the generous faculty of the Inner Alchemy Mystery School. For those who don't know me, I'm John Michael Salvato. I'm the founder and director of this school. And our next class will begin in just a moment. Just a couple reminders. These are live and interactive broadcasts. So you can feel free to ask questions and comment. Because this is an experiential class, though, we aren't going to be putting those comments up on screen. We want you to really fully be immersed in this. But I can promise you that our instructor and presenter will check your comments out after the class and take the time to respond to those. So keep the comments coming. Let's get the ball rolling with the comments, though. And let us know where you're tuning in from. Even if you've commented before, it just lets us know that you're still with us, that you're watching. If you had to walk away for a little bit, these are being recorded. And as I've said on the previous broadcast, you're going to want to stick around till the end today because somebody of the 230 some people that are watching in our private Facebook group, somebody's name is going to be drawn for our grand prize, which is worth more than $900, and our second prize worth more than $700. And so that's pretty exciting. Excuse me. And if you're returning and you've been watching, go ahead and just drop a comment in there that says still watching or I'm back or something like that to let us know that you're back. And that encourages our presenters as well to know that folks care enough about their generous offering of these little workshops, which barely scratch the surface of what these folks teach in the schools. So I'm going to encourage you at the end of these broadcasts, every other broadcast, I put a link to the Inner Alchemy Mystery School. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But now let's talk about this next presenter who brings such an incredible background that includes being a gifted magical practitioner, a former Catholic nun, a yogini, a teacher, a spiritual director, and I could go on and on. Dea Secci brings us to a place of calm, a place of centered awareness that our power can be drawn deeply from in these moments of loving kindness or metta, which can inform and enhance our magical practice. So, without any further delay, I'm going to go ahead and start the intro. I'm trying to chew gum and talk at the same time, and bring Dea in just a second. So stay tuned.
Thank you, John Michael, and welcome everyone to this afternoon session of Metta, Sharing Loving Kindness. And just a bit about me, a very small bit, although John Michael shared a lot with you. I've been doing meditation and metta practices since the early 60s. So I know I don't look a day over 65, but I am much over that. And this class today will be a class of a bit of information. There have been volumes and volumes written about metta, and the largest part of the class will be experiential. So we'll be doing a metta practice together. But first, a story. One day, a meditation teacher discovered a snake in her hut. When she entered, the snake would slip into a corner behind her bed. The teacher tried to leave the door open, but still the snake would not leave. Well, she tried all kinds of things, and the snake stayed and stayed and stayed. and she did everything she could not to startle the snake or to make the snake feel threatened. One evening, while she was in meditation, she addressed the snake quietly with loving kindness, sending the snake Metta. May you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you be protected from harm and fear. May you enjoy inner peace and ease. And with that, the snake left. When we send metta or loving kindness, it invites us to cultivate a limitless heart. You know, I often think of Hanuman, the great Hindu god, monkey god, who stretches his heart. He opens his rib cage and stretches his heart and offers it to Sita. That kind of limitless heart where there's no limits on love and loving kindness. What's interesting about metta, however, is that you can practice it driving in the car, walking down the street, at work. You don't have to be sitting in full lotus to practice metta. You can do it as you bypass someone on the street, interact with people who are in your circle and people who are not in your circle. Animals, you can send animals metta, all kinds of animals. You can send it to groups that need loving kindness. And, you know, we live in a world today where there is a great need for loving kindness to be sent to all peoples around the globe. When practicing metta, we begin with ourselves. And the reason we begin with ourselves is if we can't come from a place of that limitless heart and love the self and give the self loving kindness, then how can we offer it to others? Think about when you're on an airplane and they do the piece about the breathing mask that will come down. And they always say, put it on your face first before you put it on a child's face. That way, you take care of the self so you can take care of others. So loving kindness begins with self. And once you go through the practice that we're going to start in a few moments, you will understand how it relates to your creative, magical practices and workings, because the container will be stronger and stronger as you open your heart to yourself and to others. There are 3 levels of the practice. You start with self, then you go to, actually there are 4, I'm sorry, there are 4 levels. You start with yourself, then you go to others who you love or who love you. Then you go to strangers or groups that you care about. And the hard part, and this is the true practice, the hard part is the 4th one. You offer loving kindness to those people who you find difficult. And we all have those people. Even the Dalai Lama, even all the great avatars that you know, all the gods and goddesses had someone that they found difficult. So we're going to the heart. And the heart is the hub of all sacred places. Go there and roam, said Bhagwan Nityananda, a Siddha yogi. So as we prepare to begin the practice, I'm going to ask you to consider your heart, the center of your awareness today, to be in that place. And at one point, I'll even ask you to place your hand on your heart. And if that works, do it. If it doesn't, you know, you have to do what works for you. When I teach in the mystery school, meditation and mindfulness, it's a bit of input, it's a bit of practice, and then discussion and comments. So you can hold your comments because I'll give you some time to write them in the end, and perhaps I'll be able to respond. So I'm going to invite you to a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you today. You know, and be mindful of your feet planted firmly on the floor, or if I wouldn't invite you to lie down, but if that works for you, you do that. But I'm going to talk from a seated position. So your feet planted on the floor gently, keeping your spine straight. Imagine, if you would, a golden cord at the base of your spine that comes all the way up your spine and out through the roof of your head. And your chin will tuck slightly. And bring your shoulders up, back, and down, and let your shoulders melt down your back. You can do this with your eyes closed, your eyes open, or a soft downward gaze. So I'm going to invite you to connect with your breath. Be mindful of where is your inhale and where is your exhale. Can you feel the air coming up through your nostrils and filling your lungs and then out through your nostrils? Don't force anything, let it be natural. And to relax the body even more, I'm going to invite you to 3 deep breaths. So inhaling long, exhaling slow. At your own rate of speed, inhaling long, exhaling slow. And one more time. We'll do 3, the magic number. And see if you can't feel a little more comfort, a little bit more spaciousness in your chest area with that breath. Just return to your normal breath. Can you feel your breath moving through the center of your chest, the area of your heart? In fact, you can place your hand on your heart, whatever hand is comfortable. See if you can feel the breath. If that's not comfortable, your hands on your lap, in your lap, on your knees. Just don't cross anything. So don't cross your fingers, your arms, or your hand. I'm going to offer some phrases to you. And I invite you to repeat these phrases slowly and silently to yourself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. We'll repeat this. And this time, while you say the phrases, allow yourself to sink into the intention that the phrases express. Be mindful of any feelings that arise. Don't judge them. Don't judge. Just notice and let go. Sink into the intention these phrases express. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. This practice of metta to self can occur anytime, anywhere, whenever you need to feel loving compassion toward yourself. I would now like you to consider, bring it to your mind, a friend or someone you care about, or someone who has deeply cared about you. Just one person. I know there are many, many, but just one person. Repeat these phrases slowly and silently after me. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. So with that person ever before you, let yourself sink into the intention of the words again. Allow the feelings of loving kindness for that person arise. Remember, coming from your heart chakra, let the feelings grow as you repeat the words. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Imagine it if you would with me for a moment, that you're walking down a street and you pass people that you might pass every day, or you drive by someone who you might drive by every day, or just once. And how can we send this energy of loving kindness, of metta, to the stranger, acquaintances, neighbors who you might have a waving relationship with, but not a speaking relationship, a homeless person on the street, an animal familiar, or the animals who you love and that love you. Bring to mind an other not so well known, except for in the case of your beloved animals. Or maybe your animal spirit, like Jim was talking about in the last session. Repeat these words. Let your intentions for that person ring true. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. For this next round of metta, I invite you to choose someone from a group that has been hurt, abused, forgotten, or perhaps a whole group that has been used, abused, forgotten. Open your heart. Let the breath come through your heart and repeat the phrases silently with these people, this group of forgotten ones, lost ones, abused, ones that have been hurt. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Allow your breath to deepen. Take 3 more deep breaths. Inhale, slow, exhale, long. Inhale, slow, exhale, long. Going at your own rate of speed. Inhale, slow, exhale, long. And again, we repeat to the group of the hurt, the abused, the forgotten, the left behind, the left out, the discriminated against. And this time, think really of the group. May they be happy. May they be well. May they be safe. May they be peaceful and at ease. And now the depth of the practice. This is where we really dig into an open, compassionate, cultivating heart that cultivates loving kindness, a heart that continues to open and open more and more. I'd like you to bring someone to mind that you have difficulty with, someone who has offended or hurt you, someone you just really don't like. And think of a particular person. This is the depth of the practice. Remember, feelings might arise. Don't judge or indulge them. Just notice. Don't judge yourself. Don't indulge the feelings. Just notice. Sending loving kindness to those difficult ones is really the edge of the practice for all of us. It's a growing edge of any practice that we do. So hold that person in your mind's eye. Take in 3 deep breaths. Inhale deep, exhale long. Exhale long. And one more. Remember your rate of speed. Don't judge or indulge your feelings. Just notice. May they be happy. May they be well. May they be safe. May they be peaceful and at ease. And we'll repeat this, not judging self or indulging feelings, just noticing. May they be happy. May they be well. May they be safe. May they be peaceful and at ease. And at the next inhalation, exhale and drop your chin to your chest. If your eyes were closed, blink your eyes open. And at your next inhale, bring your head back to center. And so now while I chat a little bit about my course on the Inner Alchemy School website, if you want to chat in the comments, please feel free, and I'm happy to answer what I can. This is a practice that we never are perfect at because we're already perfect. You know, the good, better, best kind of attitude doesn't apply to us anymore. You're welcome, John Michael. Oh, I love and respect you too, Katiana. I hope I said that correctly. Namaste, my sister. Oh, you're welcome, Jim. Oh, how sweet you all are. I send you a baci abundanza, many kisses. Thank you, Nicole. In sunny Florida. So I'd like to close with a little bit about my workshop, and then I'll close with a poem. The workshop is pretty much an hour and a half of what we did in 30 minutes. So input, practice, and then discussion, comments, questions, any of that kind of thing. So I would like to close with part of a poem by Galway Kinnell, and it's from the poem St. Francis and the Sow. The bud stands for all things, even for those things that don't flower. For everything flowers from within of self-blessing. Though sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness, to put a hand on its brow of the flower and retell it in words and touch, it is lovely, until it flowers again from self-blessing. So may you all flower from self-blessing. Your microphone's off, dear, but you're welcome.
I do that every single time. You would think by this time in the day, I'd have a handle on it. Thank you so, so very much. That was timely. It was beautiful. And I can tell folks who might be watching for the first time, it is just a taste of what you get in Daya's course. So I encourage you, again, stick around at the end. I'll be taking you for an inside look at the platform, so you can see just the remarkable value that I consider myself so blessed, so fortunate to be associated with this incredible group of faculty, including you, my friend. Thank you, and for everybody else, please, like I said, stick around. There is so much more to come. You've got a 15-minute break coming up right now, so that you can get another cup of coffee, use the restroom, whatever, have a sandwich, and we will see you in a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Adrian Grenier, and I'm a guy you might know. That's why I've chosen to speak to you today, because you know my story. Well, some of it anyway. But what if you knew everyone's story? What if everyone on the planet was familiar to everyone else? The Charter for Compassion wants to find out. They're asking you to tell them a piece of your story. One moment of compassion that changed your life. Each story will be inspiring in its own right, but all of them together will reveal a world of compassion happening right now in places all over the world, as diverse as Kentucky all the way to Pakistan and everywhere in between. Imagine it. Thousands of stories told one person at a time. Someone once said, "There isn't anyone you couldn't learn to love once you've heard his or her story." Stories make us care. Stories help us understand. Stories breed compassion. And if there's one thing we need right now, in our politics, in our dialogue, in our communities, in our world, it's compassion. Go to charterforcompassion.org and tell your story. And while you're there, affirm the Charter and make a commitment to make the world a more compassionate place. But it's only the first step. Now it's time to practice. It's the only way to a peaceful world. I can't wait to hear your story.